2018 has been a stellar year for African American music. Kanye West's Ye, Kids See Ghosts' self-titled album, Travis Scott's Astroworld, and Tiana Taylor's KTSE, or Keep the Same Energy, are some of my favourites of the year so far. And we were just blessed with a new Young Thug tape. These albums and projects all work as an aesthetic whole and feel entirely modern, if not looking towards the future. Kids See Ghosts Reborn just might be the track of the year, propelled by Kid Cudi's infectious humming as he exorcises demons deep from within. Naturally, I was immensely excited to see which African American films would pierce the public's conscience this year, like Get Out did, which was a step up from the woefully middling 2016 film Moonlight. I haven't seen Sorry to Bother You or Uncle Drew yet, but I thought very little of the infantilizing Black Panther. Generally speaking, I like Spike Lee, and after hearing the buzz behind his latest film, BlacKkKlansman, I began to think the film could be a return to form after the awful Chirac. BlacKkKlansman tells the marketed as true story of African-American police officer Ron Stallworth, who infiltrates the Ku Klux Klan with the aid of his Jewish partner, Flip Zimmerman. To this day, I still hope that Lee will again make a film as powerful as Do the Right Thing, and I'd hoped that BlacKkKlansman would be his opportunity. Alas, no. I haven't seen the entirety of his filmography, but this just might be Lee at his laziest. He alludes to the genres of blaxploitation and noir, but never fully commits to either of them because his role is always delegated to the preacher. Because of this, Lee's film is never satisfying narratively, as a genre piece, or even as a piece of propaganda. All of the attempts at comedy fall embarrassingly flat, and Ron's courting and consequent conflict with college activist Patrice should be the beating heart of the film, but is largely rendered inert by the writing team. Too many cooks in the kitchen, anyone? Which makes sure they come across as merely talking heads for Lee's sermon. Ron and Patrice only manage to escape this trapping in a scene where they dance together in a bar after meeting at a Black Power rally, but the air of trauma hangs over them, as Patrice had just been assaulted by a racist white cop. This is probably the only moment of the film that feels genuine. The film always comes across as disconnected, jumping back and forth between Ron and then to his Jewish partner, Flip, as he infiltrates the KKK. It's annoying that Lee doesn't interrogate Flip's Jewish heritage as well as one would hope as he gains acceptance into the Invisible Empire. The lecturing inclusion of Harry Belafonte as a speaker at the Colorado Springs College reveals Lee's true intentions, using the same technique of studios who leverage Belafonte to produce their shamefully pornographic film, 12 Years a Slave. Lee doesn't embed the scenes involving the KKK members with any real sense of danger, instead preferring to play some of the interactions with Ron and Flip for laughs, which my audience seemed to enjoy, so you can make of that what you will. The film's vileness finally culminates in full effect when Lee decides to include footage from the Nazi rally of 2017 at Charlottesville, in which a white supremacist murdered a young activist with his car. This demonstrates that Lee is willing to exploit the tragic and inexcusable death of an activist in order to further his career, score those fresh reviews from white liberals, and bring him back into the spotlight of cultural relevance. I really found this quite disgusting. I'm giving BlacKkKlansman 1 star out of 5.